Hi folks, Didi here. Welcome back to the space. One of the last videos I did, I talked about what was in my Yu-Gi-Oh book bag. So today it only seems fair that we're going to talk about what's in my Pokemon book bag. Now note, as I mentioned, I played both Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And this is just for those individuals who needs a rundown what they should have in their bag once they're beginning to play their respective the trading card game. So with that being said, first, let's say hi to Pikachu. I always have Pikachu for good luck. Like ever since I started watching Pokemon, I'm like, okay, I gotta have Pikachu. I used to have three, and yeah, so this heals my inner child. So what you think, Pikachu? You think I should show what's in the bag now? Okay, we shall do that. You can stay right here and I'm watching. I have Pikachu off screen here watching because again, you cannot have Pokemon without the mascot of Pokemon. Just saying, just saying. So, one of the things you're going to need once you start playing Pokemon is damage counters for hit points. I keep all of mine in here so that I know when I need to, I can easily get to it and keeps everything nice and organized. And I don't have to worry about trying to find. And trust me, it's a mess when it comes down to that. Next thing you're going to need is depending on what meta deck you want to use. If you remember the last video when I talked about Yu-Gi-Oh meta decks, trust me, they're way too complicated and stuff. But in Pokemon, meta is your best friend. So I have this little notebook with some of the decks that I am building and stuff. Um, the deck that I'm using for Pokemon is Team Rocket's Mewtwo, which I'll make a video about that, a separate video about that in the coming weeks or so, so you guys can see what's in there. So yeah, book with the write down the decks that you want to build, and always yeah, keep an eye out on the bottom left because Pokemon rotates their cards every couple of years. And if they're on the bottom left, let me see if I can find the card for you. So we're going to use this Dunsparce. So down, I want to say down here, um, if the card is a certain letter, you can't use the card no more. They rotate it out. And then you screwed there. You got to build a whole new other deck and stuff. So if I you keep an eye on the Play Pokemon website, and stuff. So at least you know, keep an eye on it because you don't want to be caught with your pants down to end yourself a lovely disqualification because of the fact that your card has been banned in the Pokemon TCG. And speaking of Pokemon TCG, this goes straight into my other point. Trade binders. Yes, even in Pokemon, you gotta have a trade binder. This is mine. Well, one of two. And once I open it, Pokemon cards. Trust me, I have a line. Hence, all of this is filled up, and I'll show you all the way to the back. Trust me, Mama comes, Mama stays with Pokemon cards, and I have a whole nother binder right above the camera that I still have to fill, and stuff. So trust me, Pokemon cards are your best friend because you never know when you might need them or when somebody wants to trade or pay you cash for them. Now, just like the Yu-Gi-Oh video, certain places, Pokemon League stores, and regionals, they may not allow you to sell your Pokemon cards to other people. So please keep an eye out from that. Don't say I didn't warn you because it takes away from either the store or the vendor that's going to be at that respective place. So just want to give you a heads up. Next thing you're going to need is your cards, your what I don't know the technical term. So for practical purposes, the cards that you're going to need to play for Pokemon. Like I mentioned, this is my Team Rocket's Mewtwo. structure deck, meta deck, I should say. So, and as you can see here, deck boxes are your best friend. I know these like one of the quote unquote cheaper one, but when you're on the budget, trust me, these things come in handy. But at some point, I'm going to make a video about what's in here and stuff. Was in my Team Rocket's Mewtwo, and hopefully one day, if you want to use the cards, to build your own, to mimic this one, that's fine. Because again, like they said, High School Musical, we're on this together. I'm trying to see what else. Oh yes, you're going to need a playmat. Now, once I get this out of here and stuff, playmat protectors. This will save your life. This will save your bat. And trust me, if you paid a good amount of money for these mats, so you want to make sure you protect your stuff. And speaking of mats, note I am a Yu-Gi-Oh! Also play Yu-Gi-Oh! Like I mentioned before. And the common joke is Yu-Gi-Oh! Players don't read. So, and I'll show you why. So, this is a Pokemon example of a Pokemon playmat right here. And as you can see, right below my eyes, the word stadium is spelled wrong. I didn't realize it until it came in the mail and stuff. Because again, we who play Pokemon, the renderers that we can't read. So yeah, make sure when you buy your playmat for Pokemon, make sure it doesn't have a lovely error like, again, this right here, you can see below my chin, and that your playmat's good and decent, so that so you at least what you're doing for the time being. So like I said, I'm trying to get back into playing TCGs, especially Pokemon and stuff. Which I should make a video on how to play Pokemon and stuff, how to set your board and stuff. Who knows? That's a good video idea. But with that being said, oh, I forgot one more thing before I sign off this video. Once you get your cards for your Pokemon cards for your deck box, sleeves. Trust me, you gotta protect your cards. You paid a lot of money for those cards. You want to make sure you protect them and stuff. So trust me, sleeves. Um, that's basically it. Thank you guys for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And until we meet again, stay gold.